Hello Internet, we are back in the Battle of Legends, we are ploughing through the ladder here, and we are just going to keep on ploughing even further. Hopefully upwards. Hopefully we'll be ploughing upwards instead of downwards. But yeah, as I did not intend, and as I did not do with the Players Cup 2 qualifier, I'm not just sort of recording everything and like putting it all on YouTube, as I kind of like thought I was going to. But you know, we've had some pretty shocking games, to be completely honest. Some stuff that just isn't worth me putting on here. So so we're here, and you know, if we're on YouTube, if we're here, if you're watching this, if you're listening to this, then we've got some good battles in this episode. So I have been enjoying this tournament. I really like the idea of having like one legend per team, especially being able to use stuff like McGearney here that we don't really, well, ever get to use. But what are we going to come across here? Because this guy, he's got his own Lipad. He doesn't really have, like, he's got Lunala as a potential Trick Room setter, and he probably does. The Lunala maybe could have Imprison as well. Like, I'm kind of fearing that. But otherwise, like, Trick Room, Trick Room is good for him as well, isn't it? Maybe I don't want to be Trick Rooming here, but I kind of need to at the same time. This is tricky. What are we going to do then? Let's pick some Pokemon. I mean, alright, let's just go with what we would normally go with. And Indeedee Hatterene with, I mean, I think Tyranitar does look pretty good here, doesn't it? But we do need some way to hit the Rhyperior too. I'm going to go with McGearney. It always feels weird when I'm not taking Marowak, but I'm going to go with McGearney here and hope hope that we don't come across this Rhyperior in an unfortunate situation. Yes. Yeah, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. So, let's see then. Opponent is leading with the... Okay, they've gone fast mode, I suppose. Fast offensive mode. Makes sense. Especially if they have got Imprison. I'm worried about Imprison now on their Lunala. It's going to have Imprison, isn't it? Or maybe they just think they've got a faster Urshifu and they can Wicked Blow, knock out the Indeedee, and then Moongeist Beam, knock out the Hatterene. Maybe that's what they're thinking instead. So maybe it's not Imprison. Maybe I'm just fearing it too much. So I'm just going to go for the safe, very safe. Follow me with Indeedee and Trick Room. He shouldn't be too worried about Trick Room since he has got Rhyperior and Torkoal on his team. So we'll see how this plays out. Yeah, so the Urshifu is faster. This is why I've got the Sash on the Indeedee for situations just like this. And is it a Dazzling Gleam or a Meteor Beam? Okay. This guy had a decent rating, didn't he? Oh, it's Power Herb. And sorry, I would have rathered that Meteor Beam hit the Indeedee, to be completely honest, because then we would have had a free switch into the Tyranitar. But as it is, we don't. And oh yeah, that's actually pretty bad for us. Yeah. Okay, like he sort of wasted his Power Herb, but his Power Herb essentially gave him a +1 special attack there, using the Meteor Beam. That's pretty cool, though, to see the Meteor Beam. But so it tells me he doesn't have Dazzling Gleam. Maybe he didn't want to go for an Expanding Force there, but yeah, I'm a bit stuck, really, here, aren't I? If I'm presuming there is a Sash here on the Urshifu, but if it is, Tyranitar will come in and obviously threatens the Lunala. But, oh, there's no Sash. That's alright then. So we've already broken the Shadow Shield on the Lunala here then. Oh, and he's Trick Rooming back. Okay, well, alright then. It made sense that he does have Trick Room on the Lunala. But now, it's Rhyperior coming in. Okay. Yeah, Tyranitar doesn't really want to be dealing with this. I'm just thinking, I have got Magearna in the back. Megina is probably faster than the Rhyperior, even though I am minimum speed. So maybe I don't Trick Room here, and instead I go for a Follow Me. I don't think he's going to Moongeist Beam here, but just in case he does Moongeist Beam, I'm going to go for a Follow Me. And oh, maybe it's a max Rockfall from his Lunala. Can Lunala be in Dusk Balls? Is that a Dusk Ball? The sort of dark green one. But no, he's Dynamaxing his Rhyperior instead. Fair enough. So what attack has Lunala got then that can knock out the Indeedee? Because on the first turn he went for like his Power Herb Meteor Beam. Air Slash. Okay, I'm surprised. I mean, I guess it makes sense. He got a +1 special attack from his Meteor Beam turn 1. But yeah, we survived this attack, and we do get a decent amount of damage. Well, I say a decent amount of damage. It's a +1 special defense now. We get some damage on his Rhyperior. But I do think Megina will be faster than his Rhyperior, but I mean at the same time both of these are weak to ground, so I'm in a very sticky situation here. Like, I have got weakness policy on the Tyranitar. Maybe I go into the Tyranitar here. Maybe that makes more sense. And I Dynamax it. Okay, let's go into Tyranitar here. And try and get the Lunala. If he protects, I'll knock it out through Protect, because I'm Dynamaxing my Tyranitar here. If he attacks into my Tyranitar, it'll do a lot of damage. He'll activate my weakness policy. I'm just going to Expanding Force again into his Rhyperior. I'm not going to try and trick him, because I think my Tyranitar and Megina should be faster than his Rhyperior. Unless he's not minimum speed. Unless he has got some speed investment, which he could, but yeah, this has turned into an interesting game, actually. The Meteor Beam turn 1 did sort of catch me off guard. He has got a +1 special attack to his Lunala, which is, not to be, not to ignore. But if his Lunala attacks into my Hatterene, knocks it out, I will knock out his Lunala, and he will max Quake, I presume, into my Tyranitar. So, is this an episode for Tyranitar? Can Tyranitar do us the business? Well, look at all of those 414 HPs Tyranitar has. Okay, yeah, it's just knocking out the Hatterene then, which is fine. Yeah, I didn't think there was anything it could do to Tyranitar. Like, it feels a little bit silly knocking out the Lunala, since I know it can't threaten the Tyranitar, but at the same time it is faster than my Megina, and my Megina is threatened by the Lunala. So knocking it out means my Megina is a little bit freer now. His Rhyperior is at -1 defense now, and my Tyranitar is at +2 attack now as well. But it just depends on what his last Pokemon is. If his last Pokemon can neutralize my Tyranitar, then he's looking very good to take the game. But we'll see. That's Torkoal. Okay. Tyranitar continues to look very good then. Can I double into the Rhyperior here? Oh, is a neutral defense. When did he get a +1 defense? Because I did max. No, I maxed Darkness, didn't I? Oh, silly Barry. Yeah, that's a -1 to Think Barry. That's -1 to special defense. So, okay. not in as good of a situation as I was hoping. And I don't really want to rockfall either, to be honest, because then we'll be giving Rhyperia some special defense back. I'm a little bit unsure about this move that I've just made. Okay, we do knock out the Torkoal. I was fearing that knocking out the Torkoal, not knocking the Torkoal out. We are lowering the special defense again from the Rhyperior to help the Magearna, but he could just knock the Magearna out here. But if he doesn't, he's leaving the Tyranitar free at +2 to attack stuff, which he is. Okay. Yeah, Magearna unfortunately goes down, but I have got one more turn of Dynamax over him, so, and I am faster than him as well too. And my weakness policy has been activated. This has been a weird game. Like, this has been a really, really awkward game, because one thing that I have found with this team is that you can get pinned into situations that are like unwinnable sometimes. Whereas like if you Trick Room, if they've got something slower, then, you know, I can't really Trick Room. But then if I don't Trick Room, they've also got something faster that threatens my things as well. And I'm really pinned. But yeah, let's just have a look at the situation again. Tyranitar is +2. This is my last turn of Dynamax as well. Max Knuckle is super effective. 190 base power. And that 185, is that? Is that my calculation? Is that my brain working? So Max Knuckle in theory should do more damage. I think it'll knock it out, but he might protect here. But yeah, his hope is that this doesn't knock it out, activates a weakness policy, or phew, and then he would be able to knock out my my Tyranitar in return there, just with a normal attack. So yeah, that was from Meteor Beam there to sticky ending. We got there though, and that turned out to be a pretty good game. So let's carry on. Let's keep on going. Yeah, let's continue battling. Yeah, it has been pretty good, this, hasn't it? I've quite enjoyed this. But yeah, whew. Relax for a moment, Barry. Searching for an opponent. So yeah, if you didn't watch the last two videos, oh look at this. This is the highest rated opponent that I've seen so far. With, okay, a team. So before this tournament, you have to imagine that Zacian and the Necrozmas and Solgaleos and whatever are going to be the most common things. So a lot of people are using these teams with a lot of fire Pokemon on them, which my Magearna doesn't appreciate. So I'm not sure my Magearna wants to come here. He could just go like, you know, Solar Power, Heat Wave, bang, to stop Trick Room as well. So I'm going to go in DD Hatterene because I've got the Psychic Seed. I will get +1 special defense. I have to take Tyranitar in the back as well to have some kind of weather control. And I have to go with Marowak as well. So Magearna is not going to come in this game. But Marowak and Tyranitar both, in theory, are fantastic here. Do need to be wary of the Incineroar swapping in and out and intimidating. Venusaur Sleep Powders as well. We've got the goggles on the Magearna. It'd be nice if I could just sort of swap that onto Tyranitar for this battle, but we'll see if that comes into play. But I kind of expect like a Zacian and Charizard lead from my opponent. If not, maybe Charizard and Torkoal leading to Heatwave Eruption to try and stop my Trick Room. Because if I get Trick Room up, I'm in a fantastic position. His best way to stop me Trick Rooming is with big, nasty fire attacks. Because he hasn't led with his Torkoal here, I can't swap Tyranitar in this turn. So I do potentially have to hope Hatterene survives a Solar Power boosted, Sun boosted, potentially Life Orb or Specs boosted Heat Wave. I think with my Psychic Seed, I think I should. But I have to be safe here, even though I expect spread moves. Have to be safe, go for a Follow Me and a Trick Room. Torkoal. If this does knock the Hatterene out, it's game over straight away. But even if I anticipated that and predicted it, I expect his Incineroar is faster than my Indeedee. I'm thinking like if I did just swap the Tyranitar in there, then burn the Indeedee, burn the Indeedee, burn the Indeedee. Ah, doesn't burn the Indeedee. But yeah, we do get the Trick Room off, and that is why I went to Psychic Seed instead of Babiri Berry on this, because that is a key survival. Although I say that Hatterene isn't going to survive an eruption here, is it? From the Torkoal, even if I do swap the Tyranitar in here. It is very tempting to still swap the Tyranitar in, but I think an eruption is still going to knock the Hatterene out. But at the same time, like, what is Tyranitar fearing? Not a whole lot. So I will try. Because if we can get this Expanding Force into the Torkoal, that's amazing for us. Also, I'm worried about this Torkoal having Body Press. So we'll see. Okay, Charizard. This is Zacian coming in. Oh, it's Incineroar. Okay. Here's the Intimidate's being cycled. And let's see. Yeah, here's the Eruption. I don't think we'll survive it. Oh, we do survive it. We do survive it. Hatterene, you strange shaped thing, whatever you are. That's good. Oh, it is this Citrus Berry. It is this bulky Torkoal. So maybe it has got, you know, Yawn and Body Press and all those boring moves on it. Indeedee's going to go down. Hatterene's going to go down to the sand, but that's pretty nice actually, because I get a free switch into my Marowak now. He can only fake out the Tyranitar. No, he can't because we're in Psychic Terrain. He can't fake out anything. He can Yawn though, and that is my biggest fear now. Yeah, a Yawn from the Torkoal, and it's going to be into the Marowak, isn't it? It's going to try and put my Marowak to sleep. So I'm thinking maybe I don't Dynamax the Marowak. What did he just swap out? I'm clicking the wrong button. It was the thing, wasn't it? I'm just gonna try and not do that. Just gonna try and get the Torkoal with a Flare Blitz and a Rock Slide. I mean, if this is Charizard coming in, that'd be good, wouldn't it? It is. Okay, he's Body Pressing then. Okay. Oh, he is yawning. Okay, please hit Rock Slide. So, okay, I made a bit of a prediction that turn. I think combination of Rock Slide, please hit. Rock Slide and, I mean, I am intimidated at the end of the day, but yeah. Combination of Rock Slide and Flare Blitz would knock the Torkoal out, which it did. And I did expect him to yawn my Marowak as well there, which he did. And so I didn't want to Dynamax there because I wanted the option to swap it out to get rid of the yawn. So that turn worked out pretty nicely. I do still need to worry about his Incineroar and his Zacian. And here they are. Yes, I do indeed need to worry about these. Well, Marowak beats the Zacian. He probably will substitute here. Although, I mean, I could just attack it. But then I would be going to sleep. I've still got my Dynamax as well. He's still got his Dynamax, hasn't he, as well? Thinking about it. He's going to have to Dynamax his Incineroar. Oh, that's not good. He's won the game. His Incineroar Dynamax wins this game. So, I'm actually, a change of plan, a complete change of plan there. I am going to try and... Okay, I'm doing this. My theory is he has to Dynamax something. He will be Dynamaxing his Incineroar here. So Incineroar Dynamaxed will beat Marowak Dynamaxed. So even if I swap it out to avoid going to sleep and everything, I will lose the game. If I predict him to think that I will swap the Marowak out to avoid the sleep, and he substitutes here, I can potentially get the knockout on the Zacian. Potentially get the knockout on the Zacian with these two attacks. And a Dynamaxed Incineroar is much less of a threat to my Tyranitar than the Marowak. Okay. Well, that just one-shotted the Zacian. We was intimidated, but I mean, Marowak is very, very, very strong. Has this Incineroar got a move to hit the Tyranitar with? Yeah, I guess maybe not. Yeah, that was a last-second change of mind there. He absolutely predicted me to swap the Marowak out. He will have been going for a substitute there, I'm pretty sure. And now, I can just attack, can't I? Yeah. Ha! Smug Barry. There we go. So, it's times like that that I remind myself, yes, I am a good player sometimes. I can make decent moves. Yeah, I'm very happy with that, actually. Because up until those last 10 seconds, I was all up for swapping the Marowak out, because that was my plan, not Dynamaxing it, expecting the Ornn. I expected, yeah, I was thinking I was going to swap the Marowak out to avoid going to sleep, and blah 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 blah. He didn't Dynamax the Charizard, he didn't Dynamax his Torkoal, so he could only Dynamax his Incineroar. You see where my theory was going with that. So, like, I was thinking, like, okay, if I avoid going to sleep with the Marowak there, then, you know, maybe I can Max Quake and into the Incineroar, and that's my way of knocking it out, and I'd win the game that way. But if he Dynamaxes Incineroar, it's definitely not going down to a Max Quake from a Marowak. Trick Room was ending, so he would have a Max Darkness on my Marowak first as well as a Behemoth Blade or whatever, which would do, you know, double damage, as I would be Dynamaxed, and I would just lose the game. And I had to sort of, yeah, like, he should have played that safe by still protecting his Zacian, I suppose, but he did absolutely predict me to swap the Marowak out, and in his head, Tyranitar wasn't the threat there, but yeah, like, Big Brain Barry actually does something. Oh, and here is a Dawnwings Necrozma. Ooh, and this is the first Amoonguss that I've seen as well. I thought Amoonguss would be a lot more popular, but I suppose there's a lot of these psychic legends around. All the Necrozmas and the Solgaleos, and even though I've still not seen a Solgaleo, and Lunalas and Mewtwo's. His team does look kind of like, this is one of these awkward pin teams that I was on about, because I need to Trick Room so that I can deal with his Lunala and his Urshifu and his Primarina. But if I don't Trick Room, but if I do Trick Room, rather, the Amoonguss is going to be an issue for us. Maybe the Magearna then. The goggles on the Magearna. Maybe this is the game for the goggles. Okay, standard lead then. Let's go in DD Hatterene with Magearna and Marowak or Tyranitar. I think as much as I do want Tyranitar for that Incineroar, I'm going to go with Marowak, because it can still hit the Incineroar with the Bone Meringue, but I need something for the Amoonguss as well. I do expect the Amoonguss to come. But yeah, maybe we can catch him off with the goggles on the Magearna, which hasn't come into play at any point in this tournament, to be completely honest. It's been a bit of a wasted item. But yeah, Porygon 2 and Urshifu. Okay. That's the Water Urshifu. I'm learning. So, is he going to Trick Room expecting my Trick Room? the battlefield got weird. It's tracing my Psychic Surge, okay. Fine. That is the Water Urshifu, isn't it? Yeah. See, I am learning. In my old age, I still have the capability to learn somewhat. But yeah, like if I Trick Room here... Hatterene is slower than the Moongus. Maybe I shouldn't be so worried. I am just going to go... Yeah, I'm going to go for a Follow Me, but do I think he's going to Trick Room as well? I guess that's the thing, isn't it? If he knocks out my Indeedee here... that's not good for us. I'm going to go for an Expanding Force. This feels wrong. But I hope this Porygon 2 Trick Rooms. Don't think it will. I hope... Actually, this is the one situation where I hope the Indeedee survives this. I think it might, because this is actually a very bulky Indeedee. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, Indeedee. You definitely survive this. Do you survive an Ice Beam or a Tri-Attack or something from Porygon afterwards? We'll have to see. Foul play. Okay, yeah. Indeedee has not got a very high attack stat, so we definitely take that. Expecting the Sash. Yeah, there's the Sash. And because I haven't brought Tyranitar, we can't, get a cheeky knockout there as well, unfortunately. But now I'm going to Follow Me, and I'm going to try and Trick Room here. Like, this is probably going to be the turn that he predicts this and Trick Rooms himself. We'll see, won't we? Okay, Surging Strikes. And then we'll see if it's Porygon 2 Trick Rooming or Porygon 2 going for a different attack next. Oh, recover. That's fine. That's fine. Well, I say that's fine. But that Expanding Force did a lot of damage to the Mewtwo, didn't it? That's the only thing that I've hit it with. But I need to stop. I need to knock the Porygon 2 out this next turn to prevent it from Trick Rooming back. And I'm actually going to go into Magearna here, even though my instinct is always to go into the Marowak, because that is, I think, the best sort of Trick Room setter in this little format. I'm going to go into the Magearna because if he stays in with the Urshifu... Let's just think about this again. If he stays in with the Urshifu, I'll get the... I'll get the Soul Heart from it. And a Steel Spike should knock the Porygon 2 out, I think. I think a +1 Steel Spike should do 60%. Is staying in. I think a +1 Steel Spike should do 60% to a Porygon, especially seeing how much damage that first Expanding Force did. So here we go. Let's see Magearna Soul Heart its way through this game. Fingers crossed. Urshifu detects here. Yeah, that I didn't want that to happen. But at least we're getting a +1 defense. That doesn't help against the Surging Strikes, though. Okay, I do need this to knock the Porygon 2 out. Yeah, you just don't often see Urshifu with Protect, do you? But, yeah, go on then. Yeah, it doesn't quite knock it out. And he will be reversing the Trick Room now. Okay. I mean, we're not in the worst situation, but it could definitely be better. Does my Hatterene survive a Surging Strikes? I have to hope so. Is my Hatterene, oh, he's attacking into the Magearna. Well, he can't be denying my Trick Room then, because if he is Trick Rooming, I'm attacking into his Porygon 2. I'm very glad he targeted the Magearna there. And yeah, maybe either my Magearna is just faster than the Porygon 2, or he was actually trying to deny my Trick Room by going for the Trick Room. Maybe banking on me attacking into the Urshifu that turn. But the Urshifu was going to get an attack off either way, so as long as I do knock the Porygon 2 out, I can Trick Room and start my Trick Room all over again. I've got four more turns to threaten him with these Pokemon now. The Dawnwing's Necrozma does worry me a little bit in the back. But we are at +2 special attack now. And here it is. Yeah. So again... Again, I mean, I expect the Urshifu to protect. Does the Necrozma want to try and... Oh, we're only at +1 special attack. Oh, because we didn't knock out the thing, did we? Okay. Well, I'm just going to do the same again then, I suppose, but with a Dazzling Gleam this time. If the Necrozma has to Dynamax here to survive, which it's going to, it's in a Beast Ball. Yeah, okay, yeah, you can't get Urshifu in a Beast Ball. Okay, so this is we're in Trick Room now. We are in Trick Room, and I have got Marowak, which is good. If the Urshifu protects, that's not a big worry for us because we can knock it out the next turn. Yeah, there it is. Predictable, but safe. Makes sense. So let's see. Necrozma versus Magearna. This is not something that you would normally see, is it? What is it going to go for, though? A Ghost Attack into the Hatterene? That Steel Spike did a lot of damage. A Quake. Ooh, okay. Okay, we do survive, thankfully. But I think we're like an Aqua Jet from this Urshifu isn't going to knock out Magearna. I don't think. I mean, the Psychic Terrain has just gone down, so like he can. Oh, maybe. I mean, we are at like plus whatever defense, aren't we? Yeah, and we've got 3 more turns of Trick Room. So, like, I think I'm safe just to Dazzling Gleam and Dazzling Gleam, aren't I? Or what could he have in the back? Do I Dazzling Gleam and Dazzling Gleam, or do I Flash Cannon and Dazzling Gleam? I think I'm just going to Dazzling Gleam and Dazzling Gleam. I don't think the extra bit of damage from Flash Cannon makes any difference. I think 2 Dazzling Gleams does knock out the does knock out the Necrozma either way. But okay, he's letting his Urshifu. Yeah, he's playing the smart. He's going to let his Urshifu go down here, and then I presume he's got Incineroar in the back. And now he will be able to go for a Fake Out into one of these Pokemon and knock out the other one. And yeah. But he's only got 1 more turn of his Dynamax left now as well. That's not Incineroar, that's Primarina. Okay. So let's just Dazzling Gleam and Dazzling Gleam. He can't Wide Guard. Well, Necrozma doesn't learn Wide Guard anyway, does it? Lunala does, but... Oh, is this another... Iron Ball Primarina? It is. That's the second one that we've come across. Wow. Wow. Okay, well, that's just winning the game. Okay, that's unfortunate for us, obviously. We are still in Trick Room, aren't we? Yeah, we that's an Iron Ball Primarina. It's as simple as that, isn't it? So, okay, like... Fine. If we survive this Hyper Voice, we might have a chance to win the game, but we don't, because, yeah, Marowak would have been faster out of Trick Room and then could go for a Poltergeist if we could knock out the Necrozma here. But, yeah, well, okay. Iron Ball Primarina. Did not expect that, and it won him the game there. Because the Primarina is obviously faster. If that was just a normal Primarina, this Magearna, I'm pretty sure, would be faster. I mean, I will just check the base speeds of everything. Yeah, so Magina's base speed is 65. I think Primarina is 60, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Okay, so maybe that was just minimum speed Primarina. Didn't necessarily have to have the Iron Ball. Wow, okay. Well, I didn't anticipate that either way, but minimum speed Primarina seems to be a thing then, I guess. Oh, actually, it went before the Hatterene, didn't it? So it was Iron Ball. Wow. Yeah, I didn't expect that. I did not expect that. Let's do one more game then. I know that, like, with, I've been aiming for, like, 40 minutes with each of these episodes, but I guess this is going to be a longer one. I'm only intending on doing 4 of these videos with the Battle of Legends, but let's do one more. We have had some very good games in this episode, though, so, this is definitely an episode, but, J-Robs. Hello, J-Robs. With, this is not what I wanted to see. This is absolutely not what we wanted to see, because we're in this horrible situation now of who wants the Trick Room? Not good. All my Pokemon are minimum speed. My Magina looks okay here. I just need to worry about his Marowak and his Rhyperior as well, I suppose, don't I? Did this episode start with a Rhyperior? Can't really remember. I think it might have done. Like, could Lipid do anything here? Yeah, I'm a little bit stuck here, to be honest. Right, I'm gonna go completely different. I'm gonna go Tyranitar Magina with Marowak, and I think I want Indeedee here, just for a bit of support. I have got a Trick Room option. I have got my Redirector in the back. I think this is the first time I've ever brought Indeedee in the back with this team. One of the very, very rare occasions that I'm not bringing the Hatterene as well. But yeah, I'm very, very uncomfortable with this. Yeah, this isn't good. Yeah, that last game was a good game, but he's led with this Magina as well. Yeah, he's got the same idea as me, I think. Yeah, the Yeah, that last game we would have won if it wasn't minimum speed Primarina, and there was nothing that we could have done. Like, if we expected it was minimum speed Primarina, like, I couldn't swap the Magina out, sacrifice the Marowak, Dazzling Gleam, whatever, because the Primarina is still in there in the last turn of Trick Room. But anyway, let's stop thinking about that last game. Let's think about this game now. But yeah, if it wasn't minimum speed Primarina, then we did have that game. But yeah, let's think now. Let's think. So I'm going to protect. This is quite predictable, I think. I'm going to protect and try and bash his Magina. We'll see what happens here. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't be Dynamaxing so early. But I do kind of need Tyranitar safe for his own Marowak. Okay, no Dynamax there. Tyranitar protects. Follow me? Yeah, follow me, as expected, but I thought I'd target into the Magina anyway. To try it. But my Magina moves. Is he trying to Trick Room? I think he might be trying to Trick Room here, which I'm okay with because I am minimum speed on all my stuff, but we're gonna be. He is Trick Rooming. Okay. Room service, Indeedee. Okay. I just want to double check here my speed stats. Tyranitar. Yeah, Tyranitar will be moving first here, which is what we wanted. But I need to keep Tyranitar safe, don't I, still? But I just want to attack here and get rid of the Indeedee. Rock Slide, is that going to knock the Indeedee out? I'm not sure. So I'm going to crunch the Indeedee and try and Steel Spike his Magearna again. I imagine his Magearna is going to be Dynamaxing here, though. Yeah, here it is. And all of these Pokemon that are going to be knocked out, they're going to help both of us. Oh, with the Soul Heart. Okay, so I've got Marowak, which covers his. He's probably got Marowak as well, which covers mine. I'm minimum speed. We are in Trick Room. That's good. But the speed ties, potentially, that's bad. Ooh, he's helping handing as well. That was a clever helping hand, especially because it's going to be a +1 now as well. This is not comfortable. Okay, so I move first there, but I'm still not comfortable. Okay, there's some defense. Not that it's going to help us here. And a Steel Spike. Yeah, this is going to one-shot something. Sorry, Tyranitar. I mean, at least my Magearna is untouched here, but is he going to bring in his... He's going to bring in his Rhyperior, isn't he? Like, he should always just bring in the Rhyperior. But here we go, Soul Hearting again. Soul Heart and Soul Heart. Oh, it's Life Orb Magearna. That's interesting. So maybe I put in my Indeedee. Like, it's going to be either his Marowak or his Rhyperior. If I think it's his Marowak, maybe I want to put my Marowak in because I know I'm minimum speed. If I think it's the Rhyperior coming in, I think I put the Indeedee in. I think I put the Indeedee in because I think it's the Rhyperior coming in. It's his Marowak coming in. Okay, that's not the worst case scenario because again I've got my Marowak in the back still. But I have to sacrifice my poor Indeedee here, don't I? Sorry, Indeedee. And I am at +2. I wonder if a +2 Steel Spike gets the Marowak, or if I should just target into the Indeedee. Into the Magearna rather. Because Follow Me will redirect both of his attacks there. I'm gonna Steel Spike into his Marowak. This is probably a mistake. Oh, it's not a mistake. It's not a mistake. Okay. Okay, unfortunately my own sand is stopping my Indeedee from surviving this turn. Oh, it's Bone Meringue. Okay. Okay, Indeedee does survive the turn. And we'll see if this +2 Steel Spike gets the Marowak. I don't think it will, but yeah, it is actually quite close. Okay. And we did have confirmation as well there that well, we didn't have confirmation at all, but we saw a couple of times, I think, that my Magearna moved before his Magearna. So, unless it is speed ties, I should be faster. But now I'm small, aren't I? Oh, this is very tricky. I'm still just a +2, aren't I? Yeah, nothing went down in the last turn. Flash Cannon probably doesn't knock the Magearna out. I need to protect my Magearna this turn. I'm going to try an Expanding Force to knock the Marowak out, and I'm going to protect this turn. I think his Marowak just Flare Blitzes or whatever into my Indeedee though. Which it does. We'll see if is Rock. I'm Rockhead. I don't take recoil from this. Indeedee with a defense boost actually survives. And he Steel Spikes into my Magearna. Okay. Okay. So we do take a lot of damage there, but we are knocking out his Marowak, which is good. I feel like that episode of The Simpsons, you know, that's good. That's bad. That's good. That's bad. How many turns of Trick Room have we got left as well? Because I've been sort of taking liberties with this Trick Room. So both of the Dynamaxes has ended. I think we've got one more turn of Trick Room here. And it is the Rhyperior now. Oh dear. Well. Okay then. That's bad. Because McGinn has got a lot of special defense on it, hasn't it? A lot of defense rather. So I think we can take an Earthquake or a high horsepower. I think his McGinner is going to protect here. I do think his McGinner is definitely going to protect here. And maybe as he goes for an Earthquake, since he's got a Vikavolt on his team, I think it will have Earthquake instead of high horsepower. Indeed, he might survive it though. But I'm just going to go for a Follow Me and a Flash Cannon into his Magearna. I think his Magearna is going to protect. It's not. Now, we have seen a few times, I think, at least once, that my Magearna is faster here. He's trying to flinch me. If we don't flinch, I think we've won the game. Okay, we don't flinch. We knock out his Magearna. Yes, good. And we got confirmation there. I didn't check, but I think this was the last turn of Trick Room. That's what my sense was telling me, but I could be wrong. Yes, okay, I was correct there. And we saw there the Rhyperior move first, and we also saw the sand go down there as well. So, it's all worked out quite nicely, actually, this, hasn't it? So I'm just going to go for another Follow Me. And a Flash Cannon, I suppose. Although, is there a safer way to win this? Let's say I don't knock him out with a +4 Flash Cannon. Come on, Barry. All right, let's just knock him out then. Watch it be a Berry. But yeah, both of these Pokemon will be faster than his Rhyperior and will knock it out. Yeah. And there's no Berry there as well. Okay, well, that was a very scary soul-heart face-off, wasn't it? A heart-off, you could say. But yeah, okay, thank you, J. Robs, for that wonderful, thrilling battle. And thank you for joining me, if you're still here at almost 48 minutes through. We've had a little bit of a longer episode. But again, you know, all of these have been good battles, haven't they? So I hope you've enjoyed this. Please like the video. Please join me by subscribing and joining us on Patreon. Join us on there if you want to. And join me for the next video. Whenever that will be. Tomorrow, I imagine. So thanks for watching, guys. I do appreciate everything. Comment. You know, I read all the comments. I enjoy all of the feedback and everything that I get as well. So thank you for watching. Goodbye for now.